man, can't complain. Thank you for 170 subscribers and counting. You know, another
We appreciate the
milestone here.
support. Thank you.
Right.
We're gonna keep going.
We're aiming for 1,000 subscribers. Yeah, why not?
If we get 1,000 subscribers,
Giveaways.
Issy's got 10 bottles for the 1,000 subscriber. And also, thank you for 100 followers on Instagram as well.
Good to be here.
You know, obviously, of course, man. Obviously, had to bring in my boy. Drafted him from the Cayman Islands. You know what I mean? Like,
Quick loan deal there.
yeah, man. So we move, man. Here we go, man. Let's go.
Support goes a long way. Keep supporting us. Keep following us. Yeah, man. We're only gonna get bigger. So yeah.
Well, I'll start with the whole game itself. I think 2-2 over the Etihad. I mean, obviously, last week we were saying that is this our time to go there, get the dub? And we were like 30 seconds away from getting that dub, and it would have been very much warranted and deserved. But you know, Johnny Stones, as they were saying, you know, crushed it. But it's calm because it's like I feel like at the end of the day, the way we played for majority of the game, when it was at a point when it was 11v11, we were 2-1 up. So that's kind of testament in itself. And even in the second half, City didn't really look like they had many answers. Like that's the first time in a while I've seen Pep and his team look mad confused in terms of how to break us down. It was like what I was seeing. I saw like flipping Ruben Diaz was trying to move like Odell Beckham Jr. Like it weren't making sense, man. Like, boy, it weren't making sense, bro.
Yeah, man. It is what it is, isn't it? I think it's good that I'm talking about it today because if you asked me a few days ago, I wouldn't have been able to speak on that game. Like I actually went to the shop, literally. This guy's laughing because, bro, like I wasn't active in the group chat that day. My head was gone. I'll be honest with you. I went to the shop and there's one guy that I speak to about football. I went to the shop and I was just like, I just had to go there and vent, bro. Like he was telling me, and he was right to be honest. Like in the next few days, you'll probably look back at it as a good point. But for me, at that moment, and I still feel like it's still 2 points lost, just in the manner of how we lost it. See, I'm even saying lost it, we didn't lose. Just in the matter of how we conceded in the basically last kick of the game. But for me, City know we're here, man. They're rattled, and we'll see them at the Emirates anyway. We'll see them at the Emirates. I've never seen City's head so gone. But yeah, it's a performance to be proud of. First half, I thought they after the Haaland goal in the past, Arsenal might have just crumbled, but they really stepped their foot on it, and you know, props to them. And yeah, get well soon, Rodri.
But as for the whole rivalry and stuff, that like the whole aftermath of the game, I think City know that we're here now. Like if they didn't respect us before, we've made them respect us now because it's like we're just stupid.
City's heads are gone. Their heads are gone. When have you ever seen City react like this to a game, bro? Bro, I've never seen so many player interviews after one match. Like their heads are rattled. Bro, they're angry. They're upset, and they're coming out saying that we shouldn't have parked the bus. Blah blah. I'll be honest. I was even saying we shouldn't have parked the bus at about 15 minutes because I didn't see a way how we could sustain that for 50, 40 minutes. Like I just think that type of football is so unsustainable. What else can you do when you're 10 man down at the Etihad? Well, it is what it is. Their heads are kettled. We'll see them at the Emirates. I even hope we grow them in the Carabao Cup or something, bro. Like our business isn't done. This isn't some sort of City pool love affair. Like,
what are we doing here?
We don't like you, bro. We don't like you. Obviously, City pool. We say, oh yeah, what they played attacking football. How many times have you guys won at the Etihad since Pep took over? Answer that question for me.
On what? In what?
Yeah?
Twice.
No, don't say in what. I'm talking about the Prem, bro.
Oh, once.
I'm talking about the Prem because you can talk about
once.
all competitions.
Once.
When did you win at the Etihad?
His first season, 4-1.
Are you sure?
100%.
Can we VAR that, please?
You know what it is? Haaland's not rating your thing. Like he's just running around like Pac. Grips are not your youth players. Grips are not your... Even before, the game before where the boys pushing Arteta. You remember that?
Yeah.
I feel like Man City... It's a rivalry, but Man City, they don't like respect you yet. Like with Liverpool, there wasn't as much animosity, I'll say, but they respected because of the way they played. Obviously, we're playing attacking football. obviously you don't have to play that way against City.
Thank you.
But like what Bernardo and them man was saying, like they just weren't rating your thing, but you're still there. But I think it's gonna take a while to like build up. Like I feel like the next game they're gonna stick it on Haaland because he was moving active last game.
Mikel Arteta, Jose Mourinho, and Tony Pulis, they would have been proud of that performance, boy. Boy, how long was it? Like 50 minutes of just City didn't know what to do. They kept passing it around. They were trying everything, and David De Gea as well.
I don't think there's ever been a game where I've been so uncomfortable to watch. Like, I was saying to the man, them, like, we need an outlet. Like, Mane was doing left wing back shifts. Jesus, you know what? We will never ever forget that left wing back shift. Obviously, it didn't end the way we wanted to do, but everyone to a T had their jobs patterned, everything. But I felt like we should have had someone up there as an outlet.
I think the issue is because of the way the game went. Obviously, you lot got a red card, and then you basically sat back, which is basically the right thing to do. Like, what could you expect? And they're just frustrated because they couldn't really do much. Like it was an Arteta masterclass. I can't lie. Like he did well. Like his tactics were correct. Like you should have got the win, but unlucky not to. But like obviously, City are frustrated because they're just thinking like these men are not good. They're just sitting back defending. Like they can't score in it. So that's what it is. The frustration's coming out. But I don't think it's a thing where they think, oh, these men are better than us or like level. But like that's what's annoying them. But then at the same time, in their view, like it's been a title race between the two of you, and like each time they've just like cleaned up, and not having to do like too much in a sense. Like you guys are a bit self-imploded. Even in the game, the 2-2 is like the same case. So like in their view, they're probably thinking these men they're there, but they're not there.
It's
like,
an easy run
levels.
for them.
Yeah,
it's been an easy run for them.
All I'll say is there's no consistency, as everyone knows, with these referees. PG, MOL, whatever you want to call yourself, you lot are basically you're basically a gang in sport. You're criminals, probably won't change, but it is what it is. So if you know this and you have the knowledge, you've seen what happened to Rice, and whatever happened. Trossard, why would you do that? Because even you argued first half. You argue first half. Doku should have got booked or whatever, but then it's like I don't know what Trossard was thinking. I'll be honest with you, especially when you're ready on a yellow. I don't get it. Like I know you said you're not gonna speak, but I'm gonna need you to answer that. What was he thinking?
Because Declan Rice got a red card for it, it's justified that Trossard got a red card for it because of the consistency. But I don't think in both circumstances they both should have got a second yellow in the first place. But because Declan Rice got one for it, I think it's justified that Trossard got one for it. But I don't think initially it should have even been like cards in the first place. But again, there's no consistency. Refereeing's gone to shit anyway, so I'm not surprised.
I prefer not to speak. Honestly, I prefer not to speak, bro. We can't keep doing this thing every week where like we make this about the ref, bro. Like we know what they are. We know what they are, bro. I'm not gonna waste this episode talking about the refs, bro, because they're all incompetent. You know the funny thing is, Michael Oliver was one of the referees I actually thought were decent in this country. But it turns out
there's no decent ref.
He's meant to be the so-called best English ref.
They're more in hell.
You know what it is? You know what it is, man. Like I said, I don't want to speak on it, bro. Like we're gonna keep speaking about referee decision all season. I'm just glad that all the rival fans, they can't put their tribalism to the side. I'm glad that people are finally getting to see what the referees for what they really are, because every season everyone's always saying Arsenal are crying, Arsenal are victimizing, blah blah. Just wait until it happens to you. I'll be there. Wait until wait until your player gets sent off the same way our players have been sent off, and I'll be there. Wait.
But you know what though?
Wait.
You know what though? You know why you can't say that at the same time? Because
Bro.
I feel like there isn't a team in the top 6 specifically that hasn't gone through their own type of shagging from the refs.
It's fine, bro. But the discourse that I've seen on social media from pundits, etc. Wait until it happens again to someone's favorite team, and I want to see what the reaction is.
I don't think Trossard can complain because like he's seen what's happened.
Yeah.
Like, even just seeing that example, like you should be a bit smarter about it. And then people try to say maybe Doku should have got one. I think the situation's a bit different, but I think in general the ref should like apply a bit of common sense because like they're obviously the letter of the law. Everyone's just deciding if they want to apply it or not. So I don't know if it needs to be stricter rules or more clear, but like for Trossard, you saw that Rice got sent off and he done the same thing. But I think some of it's coming from Arteta as well, because he's obviously telling these men to do certain tactics, and maybe the refs are more onto it, like maybe specifically with Arsenal or just in general. But like it seems like if they keep going down this route, it's going to be a few more reds on the way.
I don't know. I mean, I think it was harsh. However, I feel like with what happened a couple of weeks prior, I feel like especially happened to your teammate, like it's one of them ones you should know better. I would give him the benefit of the doubt though. Like in a high stakes game like that, it was literally quick successions from the foul, which was, I mean, that could have easily been a yellow. But from the foul to then him kicking the ball,
he booed away as well. Like,
it was like it was so quick. However, it's crazy because I feel like he notices that the ref did blow the whistle, but he was already in motion. So he obviously tried to pull his leg back, but it was too late. But I feel like it was too quick. It wasn't even a second, I don't think. But yeah.
First and foremost, yeah, Man City have employed or currently employ masters of dark art of football in terms of Fernandinho and Rodri.
Yeah, facts.
And so if them man are trying to say, like Arsenal employed dark art tactics, then what the hell are we doing here? Because realistically speaking, it's a thing in football. Everyone knows at certain points you need to kill time, you need to kill leads, you need to kill any sort of momentum that any other team has got in order to best benefit your team. So if by employing dark arts and you're going to complain, just say, like, you may as well just stop everyone from fouling and all these sorts of tactical things to best benefit their team. Like, it's just dumb. Like, just because City didn't get the dub, they're complaining.
You know what it is? He got a taste of his own medicine and now he's pissed. Now he's pissed.
Bro.
He got a taste of his own medicine and now he's frustrated. He knows what it feels like. And he got upset.
The dark arts thing, it's part of football. Like,
Yeah, it is.
people like Jose Mourinho, legendary. People love him. Simeone. People love this sort of stuff. So
Simeone's
I
number
don't
one.
think the fact that Arsenal's doing it is bad, but it's probably because they don't expect it, because you guys are associated with Wenger, nice guys, nice football. And then now that you're doing it, they don't like it. And City themselves, they're like the king of tactical fouls. Like they've been getting away with it for years, so they don't really have a leg to stand on that.
It would have been hard. I think it would have been hard. I think it was a brilliant tactical for Arteta. I think it would have been hard to have someone as an outlet. Like, let's say, for example, because let's say if Martinelli was the outlet, when you do go up, the team has to support. And then when you do lose the ball up the pitch, when the other team gets the ball, there's going to be spaces because you're running back to get into position. So that's when the spaces happen and the quick passes. I feel like it was just brilliant. The 6-4, the 6-3 formation, I think was just perfect. And the problem with City was, I thought for Pep, that was really poor from him. The wingers wasn't wide enough. They were coming on the inside, so therefore they couldn't create enough space, couldn't get the fullbacks to come across. You should have put Foden in the middle instead of Diaz and Walker having the ball, because you put the players that can pick off the passes to have the ball for long spells, because Diaz is having the ball right in the middle. And he was just passing it left to right and then shooting. I think between him and Walker, I think they had like 8 shots. I'm like, that's crazy.
Someone's ankle was going
yeah,
off,
that was just poor from someone who's really good. Obviously, like Pep, that was really poor tactically from him. And also with the whole City players coming. Obviously, City has never been like that. However, City are embodiment of Pep, and Pep teams have always been like that. We talk about Barcelona with Inter. We talk about Barcelona with Madrid. We talk about all other Pep teams. They're always like this. Like when it comes to teams that part of the bus, when it doesn't go their way, like for example, Chelsea in the Champions League, they come out and they moan about it. That's just how a Pep team is, and that's what City are embodiment of their coach.
You know what City's gonna do, bro? Pep's a genius. You know what he's gonna do? He's gonna bring someone from the academy. He's gonna mold them into Rodri Jr. He's gonna mold someone into Rodri Jr. or he's gonna buy someone, and he's just gonna replace Rodri, and he's gonna be like Rodri never left when he's back. I promise you. Watch. They've got too much talent, too much depth, and too much. Pep's got too much like tactical knowledge to know who he wants and like what to do with them. He's gonna mold someone into playing Rodri's position, and he can even do it to probably Gundogan. He'll probably mold Gundogan into playing Rodri's position, and he'll do an amazing job. And they wouldn't have missed Rodri one bit, I promise you.
Nah.
There's a percentage. With Rodri, they win X amount of games. I think it's something like they win like 71% and they lose. And without him, they win like 64%. And I hear it. But I promise you, Pep's going to pull something out the bag and it's not going to be a problem.
All right, cool. I'll comment in May.
May.
I'll
Okay,
comment
cool.
in
You know
May.
what? I don't want
I
them to
will
win the
comment
league.
in
I don't
May.
want them to win the league. I'm a United fan, but mark my words, if City are going to go for the league, which they will, they're going to win the league.
I think
There's
they
no
can
problem.
still win it. Like they'll definitely miss Rodri though, because he's like definitely top 3 players in the
Okay,
Prem
yeah.
right now.
They'll miss him, but it won't be like they're going to lose the league because he's not there.
It could be, it's fine margins at the moment, like between Arsenal and City, but I think they have enough players and like Pep's good enough to like adapt to it.
Exactly.
And
That's
do
exactly my
something
point. Yeah.
Anyways, do you know what? I don't wish injury on anybody. You know what I mean? Obviously, from the other side, but we don't wish injury on nobody. So hopefully he gets well sooner than later. And it's just sad because I think he was speaking about it a couple of days, weeks, or whatever it was before, about the fixture congestion, and then all of a sudden he just goes down injured. And the thing is, even when he went down injured, you could see him, he was crying on the floor as well. So yeah, man, you don't want to see anyone get injured. And the thing is, that's a big loss for City. So, but you know, Pep, that guy, I don't know, he's probably talking to himself in his room right now, trying to figure out what he's gonna do. Probably looking at the mirror, just chatting to himself, figuring out what he's gonna do. Yeah, or something like, bro, the guy's insane, man. So
By the time Rodri's back, bro, they'll be playing, bro. SC Dons. They'll play SC Dons.
I mean, just on the injury itself, I think it's sad in the sense of just like what last week before the game against Inter, man was speaking about fixture congestion. We're playing up to like 70, 80 games a season. That in itself is absurd. And then obviously the next game you now go and end up doing your ACL. It's mad.
Yeah.
But I think it's just testament to how fragile players' bodies now are becoming, because you're playing. For someone like Rodri, you're expected to play every minute of every game.
You're needed that much.
And it's impossible for you to keep up. So even with rest and recovery, like these men are elite footballers, yeah, but they're humans at the end of the day.
they
Something
are.
was bound to give.
And he's getting old as well. What's he now? 30 now? 29? They've signed X amount of players, and their team just hasn't gelled. It's like Chelsea, they bought X amount of players as well, team hasn't gelled. It's going to take time. I didn't ever think they were going to hit the ground running, to be fair, because it's going to take time for the team to get used to the tactics, time to gel, know each other.
Yeah, do you know
And yeah, West Ham just haven't done that yet.
Maybe the Hammers just need to stick to what they know. You know what? Yeah, Hammers, yeah. I don't know if you've got any fans that are watching this channel, yeah, but you lot been trying to force a rivalry for us since you sold us rice at. Guys, like, you just need to, like, know your level, you know what I mean? I'm not even trying to, like, beef them, like, you know what I mean? Like, it's West Ham. Like, bro, why am I beefing West Ham, bro?
No, but
anyways,
why is Arsenal beefing everyone these days?
bro,
Man? What's
like,
going
no,
on?
besides that, anyways, yeah. So Lopetegui, obviously, I think it was Fadj that said it. At Wolves, Lopetegui, shaky. Wasn't great. Lopetegui, in Spain, he's proved himself to be a good tactician. Obviously, didn't have a lot of time at Madrid, and we all know the situation with Spain. Yeah, man, like, West Ham will splash the cash. I don't know if they're going to be so trigger happy with Lopetegui, but if he doesn't turn fortune soon, then it's looking long for Lopetegui. I'll be honest with you.
I watched the game. I was live at the London Stadium for their game against Chelsea, and I can't lie, West Ham, they just looked clueless. Like, they had no ideas. Nobody knew what they were doing, really. Midfield was a bit of a mess. Like, they have ballers, like Paqueta, baller.
yeah.
Bowen does his thing. But then, like, when they're all coming together, especially with the new guys, like Carlos Soler came on, stinker. Like, he just looks confused. He didn't know what he was doing. And I think the utter woke nonsense does come into it, because with Moyes, they were a bit inconsistent. But, like, at their best, they can give you a run for your money.
Bam, you know what annoyed me this week here in football is seeing these EFL clubs trying to play out from the
What
back.
nonsense?
What the fuck?
Bro,
Was it in the bit, man? Been it all.
Like, Watford, Bolton, I saw Barrow trying to play out from the back. What are we doing here? Like,
We've
oh
lost
man.
our roots, bro.
Nah.
This is Pep's.
crazy.
Pep, I blame you. When you go, I'm going to rejoice. This is all your fault. Bolton Wanderers.
Man, crazy.
And with Lopetegui, even with Wolves, I didn't really see the vision. Like, they were struggling. And then even with West Ham, I think they need to, like, decide what they want to be. Like, do you want to be hard to beat and, like, who people don't want to face, or do you want to be this new modern team? Because right now the tactics, they're a bit confused. The players aren't gelling. And, like, even the Liverpool game, which I watched yesterday as well, they will look best when Antonio came on. Like, Antonio was causing problems, I can't lie. But, like, it's 2024. Do you really want Antonio to be your guy. So I think they need to like decide what direction they want to go in and sort of stick to it, because they have a mix. They have like Wan-Bissaka, Antonio. That's like one style of play. Then they'll have like Paqueta, and then just a side comment: Edson Alvarez. That guy, he's not good. He's not good. But yeah,
He's just an FM Wonder kid.
they need to just try and get like an identity and like try and stick to it. And obviously, if they're changing to tiki taka or modern football, it's gonna take a while to get into it.
Let me just say this, yeah. I'm not even hating, yeah, but you don't need Chelsea fans. This is to you directly. You don't need to just calm down. You need to just calm down. To get like, obviously, it's early in the season. But you need to just relax. I've got a lot of Chelsea fans that are telling me, oh, this, that, we're gonna win the league. We're gonna do this. We're gonna do that. Just calm down. We're like, what? How many games into the season? Like 5, 6. Calm down. Take a chill pill. Drink some water. Pray. Do whatever you gotta do. Just relax. Do you get? Because even some of the victories that they've got, obviously you can only beat what's in front of you, but at the same time, it's just exaggeration, really and truly. Because like I said, it's still early in the season. A lot of things can happen within the season, so everyone just needs to relax, take a deep breath, get some fresh air, and just compose yourself.
As much as they're looking a bit better and that, like, all you have to do, and I hate to do this, but you have to look at the opposition that they're playing. Like, no one realistically that they've played, bar City, is like necessarily levels. And that's not me taking anything away from Chelsea, because you can only play who you're against. But it's like, at this point in time now, it's like, if you can really start to gel things together, we'll actually see it. Because it's like, I'm seeing guys on the TL saying, potential title charge. Like, I've got I've got brethren telling me, we're finishing top 3, we're finishing above the other 3 teams. Like, I'm just thinking, bro, like, just wait, man. Just see what happens in it. Because there's going to come a point where you're going to drop, you're going to lose your form, and then we'll really see what's going on in it.
I don't want to hate. Like, I think obviously Chelsea, I've always said, eventually something will click. Like, they've got too many good players for something not to click. But like G1 said, they need to remain humble, because all it takes is another trip to the Emirates for them to be humbled again. You know what I mean, bro? Another trip to Anfield for them to be humbled again. But Old Trafford.
I was live at the game. Pretty good game, if I'm honest. Bolton, the only thing good about them was their fans. I can't lie. Like, that's the only thing that was good about them. Like, on the day, they were pathetic. And I say that very, very nicely. I looked at the lineup. The biggest takeaway from it was that, yes, although we were starting like Lewis Skelly, Waneri, Josh Nichols started, we had a 16-year-old in goal. As in, the kid is too young to sign his first professional contract, and he's starting in goal in what, 3rd round Carabao Cup for Arsenal. And it's like, it could have gone one of 2 ways. It's either he could have got packed in, or he pulls out the performance that he did yesterday, which was a shaky one to begin with, but once he got into it, like, he was calm, he was good, and overall Arsenal were good. Like, it was like a steady performance. Really, it's kind of what you expect when you're playing against a team in like League One. So yeah, man, I think in terms of like who impressed me, realistically, I have to say everyone. Like, everyone that was a hell ender on the pitch. Like, I don't think anyone really put a foot wrong, like, throughout the whole game. Waneri, we said he was the truth. I said if you've got the minerals, you'll show it. That is the youngest boss man I've ever seen at 17 years of age. And there's a reason he made his debut at 15, like, the kids' levels. But I think my biggest takeaway from it was probably Lewis Skelly, because that's what I expect from someone like Ethan anyway. He's got the temperament, he's got the talent. Lewis Skelly yesterday was, let me put it like this. You see that Ukrainian, that Don that got a new number, he needs to find his way out of the club, because, boy, it's over. It's actually peak. What I saw yesterday, it was nuts. He was moving crazy. I just think it's obviously just going to take time. Unfortunately, he came off of an injury yesterday. He would have played the full 90 if not. But, man, just overall, just a really good game.
Bolton support was amazing. But yeah, like, amazing performance from Ethan, Lewis, Skelly. We've said it before. If you're ready, you're ready. Lewis Skelly and Ethan are 2 players I feel like are ready to make the step up. I think Lewis Skelly is a bit more unlucky in terms of where he plays. It's a CDM / left back. That's 2 positions right now where we're kind of stacked. But Ethan Waneri's got an real opportunity with Odegaard out of the team now. I say start him against Leicester. I'll be honest with you. How old was Musiala when he made his breakthrough?
Yeah.
How what's Lamine Yamal doing now? We need to start trusting these youth players, and I think even Waneri definitely has the minerals. I also feel like maybe this is something. I don't know. I don't want to say Arsenal have been like. I don't think they've been shocked into Chido leaving, but I feel like they're trying to prove that they do have pathways now. And I also feel like we spent a while trying to get rid of our deadwood to allow for opportunities like this to happen. But Arsenal have always been a club that prides itself on rewarding youth and giving them pathways. And long may it continue, man. Arteta, 12 debuts under him at Hayland. It's not bad for somebody that hates youth, innit?
You know, it's a switch up from before, because before he's given everyone nothing. But I feel like the only reason he's given so many is because he has to now. Because A, there's more games, Champions League, for example. And then B, you lot have got suspension and injuries starting to add up. Like, Odegaard's injured, so he's starting to bring in the youth. But I feel like Arteta, I still know him. This guy doesn't like the youth like that. Like, don't let him trick you yet.
You think, yeah? Fairs.
Well, like, obviously in these sort of games, Bolton League One, but we'll see, because he has a thing for, like, Saka. I think he started, like, every single game this season, right?
Yeah, but to be fair, he's had big part minutes as well, because he came off against City. He played 70 in the game previous. Yesterday he played, I think, 70 again. So he's just been building up his minutes, innit? Because he hasn't had like full 90s the way he used to.
Yeah, but that's still.
No, I hear you.
Sometimes just rest, like just let man bake on the bench. Sometimes.
I hear you. But
yeah,
It's still early. He's going to need him later on in the season when it really gets cracking.
We'll see if he keeps this up when everybody's back and the squad is fit. But yeah, I guess it's steps in the right direction, because before all of them were seeing zero.
It's about goddamn time that he's done it. If I'm being honest, obviously, congrats to all of the players that made their debuts, home debuts, that made their appearances. I'm always happy to see young players thriving and making a name for themselves. Lewis Skelly, I'll see you at the Theatre Dream soon. But anyways, it's about time, honestly. If I'm being honest, there's too much talent in that Arsenal Youth Academy. Ethan, especially, Miles. What's that guy's name? Even Heaven.
Yeah, he did Heaven. Yeah.
There's too much talent that needs to be, in my opinion, that should be integrated, because it's always, even if they're rivals, it's always nice to see good young talent just thriving. Do you know what I mean? But
Flipping Disasterclass. He absolutely stinks. He stank up the whole gaff. I swear to God. Hey, if you lot can tell me in the comments, why did we sign them? We did a like for like, but it's not like he's any better than Scott McTominay.
I'll be real, you got fleeced.
But for 50-something M's, PSG finessed us. I thought you lot were smarter than this, Ineos.
he needs to put the fries in the bag, bro. You know what it is, yeah? He needs to put the fries. Listen, you see Ugarte, yeah? I didn't want him before he came. When I was linked with him, I wasn't. He doesn't move me. He could come out and prove me wrong, and you know what? I'll be happy.
After that disaster class, it's not too early. It's not too early. He stank up the gaff, and I'm fuming because a player of his caliber who played with the players he has at PSG, you should just come in and just kind of fit in. It's like a puzzle. You should kind of just come in, fit in, and perform the way you would have. But absolute stinker. I would have done better.
I mean, he's not your deep lying playmaker. Ugarte, he's your destroyer. I mean, I don't know what you lot expected of him. I just expected of him to break down play and give the ball to the players that can actually do stuff. Yeah. So everyone, I don't know what you man expect of him. Like, he's best when you're playing Ugarte. It's better to play him in a pivot.
Yeah, so he's double pivot. He's not alone.
Yeah, you put someone who is actually good on the ball next to him. Yeah. I mean, it's only like 2 games in. I guess you just got to see how it goes with him, especially when everyone is fit and, you know, Ten Hag can implement what he wants to do. So, yeah.
Mate, I told you, man, Ugarte is mid. And after the first game, they're already calling him out. I didn't really watch the game. You know, I'm in America. I saw a little compilation. I don't think it was as bad as they were making it seem, but the level he's at, he's not better than current Casemiro. He has a better engine, but he's not better than current Casemiro. And come January, you're going to look for another CDM centre mid.
Yeah, Yems, you've lost your mind. Yems, you've lost your mind. Insane.
Why?
Bro, Casemiro is pants, bro. What are you talking about? He's not better than Casemiro.
Man, I'm saying he's got
Casemiro.
He's got more legs than him.
Of course he does, bro. He's 25.
That's it.
Oh, come on, man.
I don't rate this guy at all. Plus, I think you lot, United fans, not United as a team, you're doing Kobe Mania a disservice because you're overplaying him. He's young. He just came out from the Euros. You can't really rest him because your midfield is whack. And then when he's playing, like he hasn't got anyone on his level next to him right now, and you're overusing him. That's why he's not really shining this season. So I fear what you're gonna do to Kobe Mania.
I'll be honest, I rated Ten Hag highly, yeah, but it just looks like they don't have a clue. Like I don't see him last until Christmas. I'll be honest.
I would say even shorter than that. Like, if the results go the way that the recent couple have, like if they keep picking up results like that, next 2 months he's not making it. Because I feel like even last season, the end of last season, he was lucky to survive. Obviously, he won the FA Cup, and I think that's what pushed it over the edge for them to decide, yeah, let's give this guy another chance. But I feel like he's working on borrowed time right now, so the results are gonna have to increase. And the further it looks like they're not gonna make top 4, or the further they are away from it, the more increasingly it's gonna look like he's done.
If I look at it through this season, the problem is there's too much inconsistency because like we drew against Palace. The Palace game for like I'd say 50 minutes. It's probably one of the best pieces of football I've watched us play since his first season. And it's the problem with Ten Hag. As soon as something's not going the way he wants it to and whatnot, he starts to go into panic mode and just starts to just throw a lot of players onto the pitch, hoping that something will. It's like throwing darts at the board, hoping that you're going to hit the bullseye.
I just think that, well, I hate to do this, but Nines is releasing an album called Quit While You're Ahead. That is out at midnight. I think he should go take a listen to that. I think he should listen to that and get the message from there because there's no way.
You for that one.
100%, man. I got the. But yeah, listen, I think he should take a listen to that because he's not lasting to the end of the season. That's all I'm going to put it as.
I'll be shocked if he does.
What?
As always, let's keep building the audience. Let's keep sharing it with our parents, sharing it with our family, sharing it with our colleagues. And yeah, end of the year, 1K subscribers.
Appreciate it.
Come on,
Appreciate the boys
Good
for having
having
me
you,
on.
man. Good
Don't
having
worry,
you,
I'm
bro.
still here in the group chats. If you need a bit of crazy agendas, man, just slide some here and there. But it's good to be on the show. Thank you to all the boys for having
Come
me.
on, man. Anytime, bro.
Wow. Peace.